bless the Hoosier State. Let me tell you about the America that I love. Our nation is an exceptional nation. We were founded by risk takers and pioneers, brave men and women who put everything on the line for freedom. We began with a revolutionary idea that our rights don't come from kings or queens or even presidents, but from God Almighty. That every one of us has an unalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that to protect those rights, the Constitution serves as chains to bind the mischief of government. For more than 2 centuries, we have protected those rights. We believe in equal rights for everybody, that everybody deserves dignity and respect, whether they agree with you or not. That there will always be evil in the world and injustice in the world, but America stands up to it and confronts it. Even from a Montgomery jail, our voice for justice and equality rings out for the ages. America is hopeful, optimistic. America is kind. We are not boastful or mean-spirited. America is brave. We keep our word. And we believe in peace through strength. We have spilled more blood, spent more treasure in defense of liberty than any country in history. Yet we do not engage in wars of conquest. We do not seek to enrich ourselves at our neighbor's expense. America is the land that gave my mom, an Irish-Italian girl growing up in a working-class family, the chance to be the first in her family ever to go to college, to become a pioneering computer programmer in the 1950s. I love you, Mom. America is the land that welcomed my father as a penniless immigrant. He'd seen oppression, prison, and torture in Cuba. And for him, America was hope. It was opportunity. In 1957, if someone had told that teenager washing dishes for 50 cents an hour that one day his son would be elected to the Senate and he would get a chance to cast his ballot for his son to be President of the United States, that teenage immigrant washing dishes could never have believed it. And yet that's exactly what happened, only in America. In recent months, a lot of people have been talking about what happened 40 years ago at the Republican convention in Kansas City, our party's last contested convention. When I look back at that convention in Missouri, I think of the speech that Ronald Reagan gave to our party. He spoke not of the next 4 years. He saw not the close horizons that are of interest to those who seek to build their own fortunes in the short term. But instead, he looked to the distant times that concern the men and women whose purpose it is to secure the blessings of liberty to their posterity. Ronald Reagan spoke of the next 100 years and of the generations of Americans who would come to know whether our nation had escaped the existential threat of nuclear war, who would know whether our party had succeeded in its fight against the erosion of constitutional freedoms that only grow and multiply under rule of the Democratic Party. Ronald Reagan spoke of the purpose that defined our party then and that must unite and drive our party now. The Republican Party of Ronald Reagan and of George Herbert Walker Bush ensured that thousands of nuclear missiles that the Soviet Union and the United States had targeted each other were never fired, and that Soviet communism was consigned to the ash heap of history. They fought hard so that our